aren't listening, I'm going to write your name down, and at the end of it, I'm going to ask you to move your foot down. So you want to be a good listener. Oh, honey, that doesn't work.
It'll probably close if
Everybody ready? Yes. All right. So a lot of you asked why I need to record this or why we have a videotape. And I'm doing this for school. So my teacher is going to watch you guys. So not only are you being watched by her and me, but my teacher at college is watching you too. So you better be on your best behavior, right?
Is he watching us?
Yep, he's going to watch the tape of you.
Oh. You better not start the tape.
I already did.
Is it Brad?
Nope.
Oh, I thought it was Brad because Brad.
What's his name?
His name is Dr. Geary.
Where's the tape? Right
there.
Hello, my name is Izzy.
So we said today is 11:12.
Hi, my name is
Yesterday.
Izzy. My name is Izzy.
What was yesterday? Emily? Did we go the right way?
No.
No?
It was 11.
Olivia, what day was it? Forgot? What day was it yesterday? November...
11.
Penelope? 11th. And what special holiday was that?
Veterans Day.
Veterans Day. Okay, so with your pod, I want you to get together with your pod and say what you think Veterans Day means.
Okay, can you match up with Can you match up with
We'll give you 15 more seconds. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready.
I can see perfect. Ready?
Is your pod ready, Thomas? Ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Alright. Start with top one. Sedona's gonna tell us? Alright, what's Veterans Day? Celebrate the people who died where? Listen to Sedona. In the war? Alright. Next pod. Who's your spokes? Who's going to talk? Izzy?
Sit down. Freedom of slaves.
Freedom of slaves. Okay. Brooklyn, you're going to talk for your pod? Alright. Okay. And that died. The people celebrate people who were in the war and that died in the war. Emily, you going to talk for your pod? Okay, say it again. Sacrifice the people who died. Did you do anything yesterday for Veterans Day at school?
Yeah.
What did we do, Cooper?
We made some poppies.
You made some poppies.
We made that. We're making those.
So Veterans Day is to celebrate the people who fought in wars, and they don't have to have died. They can be serving right now, or it could have been in the past. Do you guys know anyone who's serving in the war? Or has served? So look around the room, look how many people that is. It's a lot, isn't it?
Dad has been overseas over 3
Yeah?
times.
That's really cool. So we need to make sure to thank those people, don't we?
That
Okay,
is true.
we're going to go back to the carpet again, and we're going to read the story called The Wall.
Don't you need to turn the camera?
That is weird.
Don't you need to turn the camera? Hi. The wall. Hello. She is. Hi. Hi.
Cool.
My name is Izzy again. Hi, my name's Autumn. Hi.
My name is Penelope. You will be seeing
all the time.
Guys, that'll get us in good trouble.
So what did the veterans give us? What do people who serve in wars do for us?
Freedom. Freedom of slavery.
Present time. Eddie?
We have the freedom of the slavery.
Freedom. Okay. Anything else? Penelope?
Stop slavery.
To stop slavery? Alright, we're more talking about the war than slaves. The slaves was during the Civil War, right?
The story is called The Wall.
Yep, our story is called The Wall. First, we're just going to preview it, okay? So I'm going to flip through the pages, and you're just going to look at the pictures. We're not going to read it.
We
Okay.
picture walk.
Yep, we're going to do a picture walk. We'll see if we can find out anything just by the pictures.
My grandpa was in World War II.
Cool. That's
Cover
awesome.
up the word. Somebody might start reading.
I'm going to go faster than you can read.
I can't read.
We will next.
Why are there sticky notes on it?
We'll get to that.
Oh, I know.
We'll do a few more pages. Did everybody get a chance to see a few of the pictures? Yeah? Alright. How do those pictures make you feel? I want you to put on your hands what number they make you feel. 1 is, if you can't see, 1 is angry, 2 is happy, 3 is loving, 4 is mellow, just kind of relaxed and you don't really talk. 5 is silly, 6 is sneaky, 7 is surprised, 8 is unhappy, and 9 is very sad. So how do those pictures make you feel? Put it on your fingers. I see some very sads, some happies, angry, unhappy. All right, so keep that thought and we'll see if you feel the same way when you're done reading this story. What do we think this is going to be about? Autumn, what do you think this story is going to be about? Let's predict.
Someone who's going in a war?
Someone who's going into the war? Brooklyn?
About a dad and his son. They're going to visit someone they know in the war.
You are really close. Lexi?
They're going to see someone like where they died in the war.
Okay. We'll do one more. Hunter.
They're going to see the war.
They're going to see the war. All right, well, let's find out. And I have some sticky notes through the book.
They're going to see the wall, not wall.
Yep, they're going to see the wall. You're right. There's some sticky notes that have questions, so when we get to a sticky, we'll have to stop and answer the questions.
Okay.
And you might have to think about them. They might be right in the story. You might have to predict something.
So, you read before you do this?
Yep. We'll read the page before the sticky note. This is the wall, my grandfather's wall. On it are the names of those killed in a war long ago. Where's Grandpa's name, I ask. We have to find it, Dad says. He and I have come a long way for this, and we walk slowly searching. Where are they at? That's our first question. Chase, can you tell by the picture where they're at?
Maybe graveyard?
The graveyard? Joey?
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C. Why do you think that? It's just a guess?
Because there's a big building right there.
You're right. Does anyone know what that building is? Hunter?
A monument.
A monument. Yep. So he's right. We are in Washington, D.C. Good job. The wall is black and shiny as a mirror. In it, I can see Dad and me. I can see the bare trees behind us and the dark flying clouds. A man in a wheelchair stares at the names. He doesn't have legs. I'm looking, and he sees me looking and smiles. Hi, son. Hi. His hat is soft, squashed green, and there are medals on it. His pant legs are folded back, and his shirt is a soldier's shirt. What does squashed mean? What's a synonym for squashed? Cooper?
I think that he was in the war and his legs got blown off. That's why he doesn't have legs.
Okay. How about our vocab word? Does anyone know what squashed means? Can we think of another word we could replace squashed with? Callie?
Crunched.
Crunched? All right, I want to see with your hands. What is squashed? If you were to squash a piece of paper, what would you do? Maybe crumble it,
Yeah.
right? All right. So who is this guy?
Warrior.
Cooper said kind of
A warrior.
a soldier, right?
Must have lost his legs in the war then.
He must, yep, that's a good guess to make. Brooklyn? Yep, those are the questions. A woman old as my grandma is hugging a man old as my grandpa. They are both crying. Shh, he whispers. Shh. Flowers and other things have been laid against the wall. There are little flags, an old teddy bear, and letters, weighted with stones so they won't blow away. Someone has left a rose with a droopy head. Have you found Grandpa yet? I ask. No, Dad says. There are so many names. They are listed under the years when they were killed. I've found 1967. That's when my grandpa died. Dad runs his fingers along the rows of print, and I do too. The letters march side by side like rows of soldiers. They're nice and even. It's better printing than I can do, and the wall is warm. What do they compare the writing on the wall to on this page? Penelope?
How the soldiers are lined up.
Soldiers walking side by side. Good. That one was right there, wasn't it? We didn't have to think about it too much.
Holy.
Dad is searching and searching. Albert A. Jensen, Charles Bornowski, George Munoz, he mutters. His fingers stop moving. Here it is, he said. My grandpa? I ask. Dad nods. Your grandpa. His voice blurs. My dad. He was just my age when he was killed. Dad's rubbing the name, rubbing and rubbing as if to wipe it away. Maybe he just wants to remember the way it feels. He lifts me so I can touch it too. We've brought paper. Dad puts it over the letters and rubs it with a pencil so the paper goes dark and the letters show up in white. You've got parts of other guys' names on there too, I tell him. Why do you think they're doing that? Cadence. Right? Cadence.
Don't touch my shirt.
So you can remember him. Ellie? So they can remember other people? Do you think he's going to be mad that there's other names on there with his grandpa's?
Mm-hmm.
Let's predict. No, Lexi, why not?
Because they were in the war.
Because they were in the war too. Let's find out. Dad looks at the paper. Your grandpa won't mind. They were probably his friends, I say. Dad nods. Maybe so. A man and a boy walk past. Can we go to the river now, Grandpa? The boy asks. Yes, the man takes the boy's hand. But button your jacket. It's cold. My dad stands very still with his head bent. A bunch of big girls in school uniforms come down the path. Their teacher is with them. They are all carrying more of those little flags. Is this the wall for dead soldiers, Miss Gerber? One of them asks in a loud voice. The names are the names of the dead, but the wall is for all of us, the teacher said. What's the class doing there? Why are they there? Megan?
So they can check out the room.
So you can check out the wall? What are they on right now? Brooklyn?
Field trip?
A field trip. So they're on a field trip to the wall. They make a lot of noise and ask a lot of questions, and all the time Dad just stands there with his head bowed, and I stand beside him. The girls stick their flags in the dirt in front of the wall and leave. Then it's quiet again. Do you think it was nice of them to be loud while they were at the wall?
No.
Probably not, right? Because other people
are trying to, like, and if people are being loud, it's hard to read.
Yeah, it's hard to read, it's hard to concentrate, and maybe they're praying or something at the wall. Dad folds the paper that has Grandpa's name on it and puts it in his wallet. He slides out a picture of me, one of the yucky ones they took in school. Mom made me wear a tie. Dad puts the picture on the grass next to Grandpa's name. It blows away. I get it and put it back and pile some little stones on top of it. My face smiles up at him from under the stones. Grandpa won't know who I am, I tell Dad. I think he will, Dad says. I move closer to him. It's sad here. He puts his hand on my shoulder. I know, but it's a place of honor. I'm proud that your grandfather's name is on this wall. I am too. I am. But I'd rather have my grandpa here, taking me to the river, telling me to button my jacket because it's cold. I'd rather have him here. And that's the end, and it says, the Vietnam Veterans Memorial honors the men and women of the armed forces of the United States who served in the Vietnam War. On it are listed the name of those who gave their lives and those missing in action. The memorial is located in Washington, D.C. On the long black wall, there are more than 58,000 names.
We can see that.
That's a lot of names, isn't it?
Yep.
Have you ever been to a memorial before? Any of you?
Nope.
Cooper, where have you been?
I think it was in D.C., Washington.
Yeah? Sam, have you been?
It's the same as Cooper's.
Cooper's. Has anyone been anywhere else? Kelly?
I've been, can't remember where it was.
There's some in South Dakota. There's even a wall in Pierre. So if you go on vacation in South Dakota, you'll have to look if there's one.
I've seen a different one.
So now that we read this story, let's look back at our chart. How does the story make us feel now? Mellow,
I didn't know.
What is
very
mellow
sad, unhappy.
mean? What does mellow mean?
Mellow is just kind of, you're not really sad, you're just kind of there. You're not talkative, you're not excited. We have a lot of 8s and 9s, it looks like. 7. Surprised. The people who, why do you feel surprised, Emily?
Because there's I can't remember how many.
50,000 names.
58 names.
Because there's so many names, that's why you're surprised. Why are we very sad? People who are very sad, raise your hand. Eddie, why are we very sad?
Because of the name that didn't have the leg or the legs.
Because of the soldier that was at the wall, that was missing his legs.
Yeah. He probably got.
People who are unhappy, is there unhappy people?
Yeah.
Brooklyn, why were you unhappy?
I can't remember why, but it was a part in the book.
It was pretty sad, wasn't it? That story was pretty sad. Okay, we're going to quickly and quietly go back to our desks.
Yeah. Hi, this is Mabel, this is Ellie, this is Izzy. Ta-ta! Ta-ta!
Alright.
I'm just pretending it's not there. You gotta get over here.
Each pod's going to get a piece of paper. Now that we're done reading, you're going to do a gist of the story. Does anyone know what gist means?
No.
It's like a summary. Okay?
What's a summary?
A summary. So you're going to tell that story, but you only get to use 15 words. So as a pod, you can work together, and you're going to come up with 15 words that could retell that story. So you want the main points, the key idea. Need the word venture? You can use less than 15, but you have to use 15 or less. Good question. And when you're done, you're going to present to the class how you would retell the story in less than 15 words. Give your gist. You're going to work together. This is going to be hard. You want to use all your brains. Yep. The summary, the main points of the story. Or less.
Have we all read your names and
You have to use less than 15 words. Retell the story in less than 15 words. Give the main points.
We don't get it.
20 papers? You just need to put it on one piece.
I don't get it.
You don't get it?
Yeah, I don't get it. Can we tell the story?
Yep. Retell the story. The main points.
We have to try to make 15 or less, okay?
You can use words that they use.
So for one, like how you feel. We write and then we write all of them down.
But the story is
Like how you feel. If you ever changing, you don't know right now. So, that's why I said
okay, what do they do? So here's a little hint. Eyes up here, second graders. Here's a little hint. If you can't keep going. If you had a friend that wanted to read this story, and you were going to give them the book and say, here's the wall. It's about this. What would you tell them it's about? So who's in the story? Where do they go? What do they do? I'm sad. Because you are sad. You get 5 minutes. 5 minutes, okay? Then we have to wrap up.
If you can't think of a word that makes sense, just
I would say gravy wall because it kind of works. Wait, because the gravy wall is where all the names are.
nope, I know what I'm doing.
We only have 5 minutes.
You guys have some.
It does not make
They wrap the wall.
No, you can't do that. Miss Stacy, supposed to write a sentence. Did she get you
They were at the wall.
signed by
What?
People
Okay.
at the wall
So if you were to tell me what this story is about, what would you say?
go ask if we have to.
What was it about? Who is it about? Is it about a little boy and his dad? Where were they going?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not
Where were they going? Do you have an eraser? What's that?
Wait, we're here. It was ugly.
Yep, a name wall, a memorial wall. You can say a name wall.
What does it make any sense? What this means?
Make sure we're using complete sentences, like you did in morning meeting. So you can say it's about a boy and his dad, and they went to a wall. Why did they go to a wall? What were they looking for? He was a soldier, wasn't he? And he died, so his name was on the wall.
How about 15 or 19?
Uh-oh, you gotta get rid of some.
That's it.
Yep, short sentences. 15 words, but you put them in the
So that way it just makes it surprise.
You only got 15 words. You can do as many sentences as you want, but it can only be 15 words. Does that make sense? What do you guys It was surprising.
We're already at like 10 words.
At the name
We need to at least have 4 things. We don't know what to say. I didn't Which one? I know. Just at least get 10 words. Happy H in here, right? We can only have 6 words. Here's my pen. What doesn't matter? Chase. No way. You little. You don't have to use 15. I am doing bad words. No, just pass it on. I'm not going into the wall.
A kid and his dad. Yep, you need to share this with everyone. You guys can share out problem solving.
Every 2 hours.
Later. We have 1 minute left. And you're gonna
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 3 more words. So you only write 2 and
15 words all together as a pod. Yep.
When they write, how many words are these?
And then how many words have you used? You might want to only say that once. It doesn't matter what you all do. Do it all together as one. You done? It's hard, isn't it? They were at the meeting. It was surprising. It was sad. How many words do you have?
12.
Do you think that's good?
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good. You guys want to put your name on the top of it? You're supposed to work together. That was the instruction.
I like this. Do you know why? Hey, go get a colored pencil. That was there. Bring up your other roll.
All right, second graders, we're out of time. Come hand in your papers to me. Make sure your name's on it, and we'll present it tomorrow. Make sure you have your name. Come turn them in, and you'll present tomorrow to the class. I'll have to look at it. See if you have
Why do
Tell me just a few things about the story, Brooklyn. Like, who is in the story?
the dad and a little boy.
The dad and the little boy. And were they from our country, the United States, Penelope?
No.
What country were they from?
They were in Washington, D.C.
Okay, so they came to our country and went to the city of Washington, D.C. But what country did they come from, Coop?
Probably, Washington or...
Well, that would be our country. If you're from Washington, if you're in Washington, D.C., that's a city that you can come to. Callie.
It didn't tell us where they came from.
Okay, didn't tell them?
Nope.
Okay, didn't tell you. And why were they here? Raise your hand. Why were they here? Izzy.
Just to look for the little boy's father on the wall.
Okay, so what do you mean that?
Grandpa.
And you know what? That sounded rude when we went, grandfather. You know, that sounds like rude. You know, we can say, no, it was the grandfather. Okay? Don't sound so rude, okay? Well, here's what I'm wondering. What is grandfather doing on the wall? What's he doing on the wall? Chase?
Because he was in the army and he died.
Okay, and so what do they do in some parts of our country with the wall, Calvin?
They write dead soldiers' names on the wall on a wall to remember them.
Okay, so raise your hand. How many of you have been somewhere where you have seen a wall memorial where there are soldiers' names that have been engraved in there? Okay. Okay, I know I told Miss Stacy out in Pierre, South Dakota, which is our state capital, they have a wall out there, and they have soldiers who are from our state only. His name's engraved on that wall. And that, so it's kind of interesting to go and see, you know, if maybe there's somebody that has a name that's similar to yours, to see, hey, maybe I was related to somebody that they actually end up on the wall, and maybe see if anybody in your family knows. So I'm going to turn our classroom back over to Miss Stacy. She is doing the second part of her lesson with the wall. Okay?
More fun stuff today, the reading yesterday. Do you remember what we did yesterday as our activity afterwards? What it was called? It was a funny little word. Cooper? Do you remember what you had to do for it? What did you do with your group? Your pod?
We had to write like words about it.
Yep, what was that called? 15 words. Does anybody remember? Callie?
I forgot.
I think it rhymed with kissed.
Remember? Yep, the gist. Alright, so we're going to share our gists today. So Hunter, Cooper, Olivia, and Emily, you're going to start. And remember, this is if we were going to hand someone else the book. We're giving the book to our friend, and we're telling them what it's about. So we'll see if our gists do a good job.
So, do we just go?
Yep, you can just come up and read it. Make sure you're nice and loud so everyone can hear you.
I am sad because of people who got shot, and because Cooper's grandpa got shot.
Alright. Izzy, Kelly, Steppa.
No!
What, please?
They were at the name wall. It was surprisingly, it was sad.
Alright. Cadence spot.
Pod three. Calvin.
It was sad because veterans died. Sad, and that's what Kane said. We all did different things. Kane said it was sad because veterans died. Autumn said it was sad. Sam said it was mean. Ellie said happy. Mary said sad. And then I did a long one too.
Okay. Done readers?
Really sad because a lot of soldiers died.
Alright. Sit down. Good job.
A kid and his dad went to the wall to look for the grandpa's name.
Alright. Good job. Everybody stayed under 15 words, didn't they?
Yeah.
Was it hard?
Yes.
You didn't think it was hard?
We did like
Mrs. Sally said.
Can I ask to add something to your
Yep.
lesson? Can you have them as a whole class now try to do a gist with you
Yeah.
doing
right
a shared writing on the board?
Yep.
And they can only use 15 words. Pod 2, I think you kind of got a little off track. You went to talk about Cooper's grandpa. Was he in the story?
No.
No, okay. Pod 1, I think you guys, this is our first time trying this. Pod 1, each one of you ended up sharing. I think all of you thought maybe you each got 15 words. I'm not sure. I might be thinking that not clearly enough.
We all kind of gave our own ideas, didn't we, in Pod 1?
So I'd like to see as a class, 15 words or less, how would you give the gist of that story? Which means like you're summarizing what was this book about, and should you pick words like the, and, the,
No.
because they waste your 15 words. So be thinking about words that are going to summarize that book, tell you what the story was about.
So think about some of the ideas that I think Brooklyn's Pod did a really good job. If nobody had read that story, would they know kind of what it was about? How would they know? Do they give a pretty good summary?
Yeah.
Nice and short, but we knew what was going to happen? Yeah. All right, so let's try one together.
So when you're raising your hand, don't try to shout out 15 words. You're giving like one word to try to help compose.
All right, Brooklyn, why don't you start us?
It was sad.
It was sad. Okay, we can always change.
Or you can put, it's sad.
It's sad?
Yeah, it would be shorter,
Good.
so it could have more words.
There's good thinking.
Good job. All right, think about what our next idea Why was it sad? Emily?
Because people got shot.
Because people got shot?
People died.
Because people died? What do you want to say?
Not all people died. People died.
Because people died.
Veterans died. It was sad because veterans died.
Okay, we'll say veterans. We'll give Veterans Day. What are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 words left. Have we mentioned anything about where they're at? Or what they're doing in the story?
In Washington,
Thomas?
They are in Washington, D.C.
It's sad because veterans died. They were in Washington, D.C. How can we connect them?
Wait,
in Washington.
I mean, I'm hearing a lot of you saying a lot of words. You're going to waste all your class's words.
Eddie, do you have an idea?
I forgot.
Okay.
Everything.
Okay, Cooper?
In war.
Because veterans died in war. Do we agree that's a pretty good one?
In the war.
Do we want to put that?
No. Because then it makes, if we put that, it makes it longer.
It makes it longer and we don't know which war, right? It can be any war. Okay. Where should we go from here? It's sad because veterans died in war.
No, we don't.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
8, 9, 10.
You get
Okay,
15.
15.
So we have 8 more
8
words.
more words. Penelope?
In war, the grandpa was in war too.
What war was he in? Starts with a V.
World War What? Veteran.
Vietnam. Your grandpa was in Vietnam War. Where were they at in this story? We saw them said where they're at. What are they visiting?
They're at the wall.
So how are we going to bring the wall in? So don't want to have an idea?
It's sad because veterans died in war.
Period. You want to end that thought?
And then we could just do it three metaphors.
We still have 8 words. Callie?
They were at Washington, D.C. At the name wall.
That's the name wall in Washington, D.C.
That's 9
They were
words.
in Washington, D.C.
Okay, let's read that together.
Looking.
It's sad because veterans died in war. They were in Washington, D.C.
That's 5 words.
It's hard. How about you get together with your pod and talk about it for a second? Come up with something we could end this with.
And I can say it. Don't put nothing. It's just 6. What?
Because they wanted to get their school.
Figuring it out? Yeah. What do you got?
Give Calvin. That's what I'm saying.
Is that what our story was about? We need to somehow get our wall in there. Because they were at the wall. That's what the story was about.
But you already said
I know.
You gotta think of what else was the story.
Turn it to the back.
Things that were happening. Charlotte Club, the big things that happened were Charlotte resigned the way. going to the fair. Yeah, big set. Did it matter that Karen thought Charlotte was very so cute? No, that wasn't the big idea, was it? You're going after the big idea.
The one guide names.
Now you're getting started.
Okay.
Now you don't need many. Okay? Talk amongst your group. You're getting there. Well, you know, if you can try to say without using small words, go ahead. Because you're just giving me the checks. Which means just big things that happen.
30 more seconds. We have to finish it up.
And Callie, pizza. We can use our mouth. Just try not to use too much. I just never said it.
Ready? All right. Had one. What did we come up with?
3,
Had one.
2, 1.
Lots of times. That's what they added. Okay, pod 2.
They were on the wall, they were over 58,400 names.
On the wall, there were over 2,000 names. Got 8. All right, good. 3.
You haven't figured out one yet.
Pod 4.
We could take out it's sad.
Why can we take out
Because
its
we
sad?
already know it's sad because they died. But it won't make sense because veterans died in war. We could take away it's sad because. We could take away those.
So what else could you take away, Eddie?
We can also take away because
Oh.
veterans died in war.
Boy, now you're getting to just the gist. Exactly what was important.
Yeah.
Were those words important that you right?
No.
So what should we add now?
How many
Brooklyn?
what part 2 said, baby?
What did they say?
There were over 58,400 names.
All right, should we add that?
Yeah! But we have 3 words left. No, not anymore because we erased some. But 8
We're going to say
plus
58,000.
4 equals 12. And we only need 50 words.
How many words do we have?
We can have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 6 left.
What else should we add? Veterans died in war. There were over 58,000 names. Megan?
The people that died in the war.
Okay. Sedona?
Veterans died in war. There were over 50,000 names on the wall. But we already got.
Do we have that?
No. We can put on the wall.
On the wall.
On the wall. Yes.
Does that give us a pretty good idea of what it was about?
Yeah. We got 12 more left.
I'm gonna intervene for a minute, okay? Because of time-wise, I'm watching the time for Miss Stacy, okay? Was the story about veterans who died?
Yeah.
Was the story about their names being on the wall?
Yes.
Okay, have you given the gist of what that story is?
Yes.
If I pick up that story now, I know I'm going to read about veterans who died and that their names are somewhere on a wall. Is that what the wall is about? Okay,
All right.
hey, good job, second grade.
Good job.
Sorry about jumping in there
No,
with that.
that's good. All right, we're gonna make our own wall now.
Emily, Olivia, sit
Okay.
down, please.
So I made an example brick. This isn't what you're gonna do, because I didn't want to do what you're doing. So you need to be creative. But I'll pass out a brick, and you can either write a thank you to the veteran, and we're gonna make a wall out in the hall or somewhere. You can say why veterans are important, or why you love our veterans.
The background, can we write a few people we know?
Yeah, you can write names of people you know. And it'll all go in our wall. We'll put up our own wall.
So white with the family.
If you have a piece of paper, it'd be good to get it out so you can practice what you're going to write first. A rough draft.
Or maybe we can use our whiteboard.
We just say what we want.
Do we have to use our pencil?
Not on your final one, but use a pencil on paper first.
Miss Stacy, can we write on our whiteboard?
Yeah, you can write on your whiteboard, it's fine.
We're just gonna write, I'm
Okay,
gonna.
second grade, grab your whiteboard out, and you're going to use it for your sloppy copy first.
Where do we put this?
Okay?
On our whiteboard.
Just do it on your whiteboard, it's fine.
Don't do it first.
Kelly, what is it? What is it? Okay, do you want to take it home? Then put it in your folder. If you don't, we'll throw it away. We're done with it. Okay? Sloppy copy first. Nobody's writing on their brick till you get the okay.
Yep, raise your hand when you're done with your sloppy copy. Not for the, yeah, when you
Where's
do
your
your
sloppy
final
copy?
copy. You may.
I haven't seen it yet, honey. Go ahead.
Okay, just a second. Make sure you use complete sentences. Thank you. Can you add why? Yep. And that's
Why do you love our Why do you love your veterans?
what can you add to that? For what?
So maybe that's what we should put in there. Veterans fought for just slaves' freedoms or all of our freedoms? So maybe we should put in there, you
Change this to
know,
an A.
veterans fought for our freedom, and then that tells you
And
why.
then including as I.
Okay, can you write that for me? Thank you, veterans. Well, that's just like hers, isn't it? Can you think of something else? Second grade, I do not want you writing what Miss Stacy wrote on her brick. Because that's not your original then. You're just copying, aren't you? Okay? You're going to say thank you. What are you going to thank them? Yep, erase. What are you going to thank them for? If you know of a veteran, you can write them a personal message on your brick. So maybe what would you like to say to your dad on your brick?
an okay.
Fight.
Or do you want to leave it like that? Okay? Okay, now, when you write it, space it nice on your brick, okay? Do it in pencil first.
Why?
Pencil first, and then you'll go over with the black marker. Veterans are what? Veterans are, okay, erase this. Okay, I-M-P-O-R-T-A-N-T. Okay, Chase. Okay, pencil first on here. You're still working? Okay.
Yeah, he did.
UN. CLE.
One more E. F-R-E-E-E.
Our.
O. Alright.
Okay, write your pencil on your brick. Okay, write your pencil big on your brick.
Is an army man that survived a war. They fight for
They
Okay. What is that first letter?
just save. Save. How save? Save. They're sad. I don't need to say save. Yeah, say saved. Saved.
And.
D. Is there a D there? Okay, saved. Okay, pencil first. Nope, in pencil first. Then you can trace it. We're fighting.
Fight.
4 hours. 2, 3.
Right.
Okay. Serving. Good child.
Oh, you are.
Serving our country.
Just keep here.
Okay. In pencil first.
Oh yeah.
Fighting in this spot out here for you. Fighting in world. World War. And then when you want to do 2, you can just do this. Like that. Ellie. I think you think a little bit. You think what you want to do. Pete? Pete? Capital P, E, T, E. Pencil first on your brick.
Can I write with Sharpie?
Because they what?
Yes. Yes.
Wrist.
Not
Callie, you mind your own business, okay? Davis.
Thank you so much.
There. Hey. Don't call us and think we're going to drop everything and come running to you. Okay? Be patient. Alive. For our country. There you go. Okay, pencil first. Okay, Calvin, so check yours. Spell it. What are you trying to say for your what? World what?
Thank you, Grandpa. That's a black marker.
Oh, so you mean Uncle Amy and Uncle Ronnie? So you should
I
put.
did use pencil for
Our world. W.
Okay.
Oh, I have one.
O-R-L-D.
Here you go.
This is on the side.
Thank you, Pete, for what?
Alright.
Okay?
Thank you.
So don't put too much in there because you won't have enough room for all of it. Okay, just a minute now, look.
Okay. You can draw a little picture on my watch. Thank you all.
Okay, put in pencil first on your brick, okay? Joey?
No, ours fine. You don't need 4.
Don or Dane?
Drawn Miss DC.
Don is capital D-O-N, okay?
Oh, that's what I had before.
Country?
Are you ready? Okay. Here you go.
I'm going a big pencil first.
Probably just country.
Thank you.
American, right? Just
For
for the United States.
our,
So looks good then.
How do you spell grandpa? Monica, I'm saying money.
not right now, she's
That's an
And D.
Let's do right here,
D.
and then let's just do thank you, Uncle, Bubba, and Tyler. And let's get rid of this, okay? Okay, and you go ahead and write, okay? Okay, now make sure that when you're putting your message on your brick that you've got it big. And I think Miss Stacy said you could draw a picture
Yep, you can draw a picture.
on your brick somewhere.
Yeah, keep going.
Spell it? Lonnie? Well, there's more than one way to spell it, so I'm just gonna
You
spell
can draw a
it.
picture, or you can.
I don't know
if you
how he
want that
spelled
marker.
it, so I'm gonna put it like that. I'm not sure. Yep. Oh, hey, I corrected this for you. They, E-Y, remember? Yep.
What are you missing? In your sentence.
What if you want me to do that? Can I use it with other stuff like markers? Stuff like a measure? Oh, okay.
Be creative. What's your name on it? No,
Okay, go ahead and design your brick.
My teacher's gonna watch.
Miss Stacy, are you cutting behind the part of this? Okay. Can this be something that I can help about in the morning and keep working on it? Because they're coming up top by these, so they can go to recess early. Okay, second graders, Mrs. Selgeston needs you to stop for a minute. Since we have the pep rally this afternoon, which we're gonna be good listeners right now, recess has been moved up 5 minutes so that you can get time to go outside. So here's what I need you to do. I know you're all excited. You need to copy what you have on your whiteboard in pencil. Once you have that, then I want you to put it in your front folder in front of your desk. Go ahead and erase your whiteboard then and put your whiteboard away. I've got Cooper, who we're going to take an AR with, okay? Callie, you are trying to take an AR, okay? The rest of us, let's see if anybody's name is up on the board. Hunter, you got the fact family done? And Lexi, did you get the candy corn masses? Then you're staying inside to finish that. The rest of us, we're all heading outside for recess, okay? S-T-I-A-L. Okay, I'll look at it later. You put it in your front folder, okay? You know what? I haven't been outside. What have they been doing out there? You know what they're doing out there. Okay, where is it? In your front folder. Izzy, I'm not going to